No, it's not Halloween. I'm here with Scott Haggerty of the classic country band, the Plowboys. Let's see what the Plowboys are all about. Let's watch a video.
I'm a plowboy, not a cowboy. Fingernails full of dirt. I'm not roping or riding. I'm picking stone till my back hurts. Working the land with my sandpaper hands. I'm a plowboy. I'm not an actor, I got a tractor. I'm driving out in the fields, staying classy in my massy. I'm doing that shit for real. No Instagram, I'm my only fan. I'm a plowboy. From the man of steel to this daddy of mine, everybody here can fix a hay pie. Planting those seeds going round and round. I can grow it up and I can cut it down. I'm a plowboy, not a cowboy, not some fanboy. I'm a plowboy. Carrying a heavy load. No flag on my bumper, not a weekend puddle jumper. I'm a plowboy. I can play guitar like a Nashville cat and cultivate a field in a big seed hat. The drummer's got a cash crop, yes indeed, sitting in his backyard full of weed. Stack a boy, milk a cowboy. I'll show you how, boy, I'm a plowboy.
Scott, you've been in the music business a long time. Tell us how it all started.
Well, when I was a kid, well, you just saw the video. That was my dad in the video. My mom and dad were country music performers back in the 70s and 80s and had records and all that kind of stuff. And so by the time I was a teenager, I'd been around music my whole life and decided to join them. When I was about 14, started playing on the road with them, playing guitar, playing drums at the time, and kind of that's how I cut my teeth in the business. Was really it was all I knew. I mean, besides farming, which you just saw, it was about music in our house, and that's how I got my start with them.
Yeah, cool. Now back in the day, it seemed like that was a source of entertainment for a lot of people, especially around the 40s, 50s kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Instead of the internet going off or whatever on a Saturday night, yep, somebody'd get a guitar out. Yeah. And that was typical in especially in country life kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, and that was their life. I mean, the entertainment business was so much different in the 80s and 70s in that around this area in particular, there was a dance hall going in every small community on every Friday and Saturday night. So when they started to play, there was quite a circuit around here. And I've looked at their old calendars, which they've kept, and they were playing so much, because that was the way of life back then, for people to go out, to dance,
and to entertain themselves. So yeah, it's changed a lot in 40 years, 50 years almost now. But but I'm glad I got to be part of that at that time, because I think it's a special time and kind of the end of that era, too.
Right. And musicians typically, really got their skills playing in bars. At that point, it was like 6 days a week kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you go from town to town.
Yeah.
And now it seems like Friday night you're lucky to get a gig kind of thing.
Yeah, it's changed a lot. Yeah, my mom and dad were doing those 6 and 7 nighters, and I got in on the tail end of that lifestyle of theirs, and they'd be gone for weeks at a time. And yeah, that has changed a lot. And the great thing about that is when you played so much, you couldn't help but get better, because the sheer time that you'd put in at it. And that's what I find now, is that you really have to rehearse yourself more. In this day and age, you're not doing night after night after night in a row anymore. That has changed. So you have to be so much more rehearsed now, to put on a polished product on the stage or anything. So a lot's changed. Things have got better, I think, a little bit in some ways, but other things have changed. I think maybe it's harder too, for sure.
Exactly, yeah. You hear a lot of people talk about old country and new country. I've never been able to figure out the exact differences. Do you have a take on that?
I think there's a thread that runs through all of that music. Certainly, when the music we play in the Plowboys is the traditional sort of 60s, 50s kind of Buck Owens, Buckaroos kind of thing. And certainly, when you turn on the radio nowadays, country music doesn't sound like that anymore. It has evolved through the years. My mom and dad were in the 80s. It was very much a pop country sound.
Right.
There was no steel guitars. There wasn't a lot of country in that music in the 80s. And then, according to the 90s with Garth Brooks, it kind of swung back around. Dwight Yoakam, all that kind of stuff changed again. And, and then country's changed probably 2 or 3 times since then, to be what it is now. But it's a big, wide world. There's room for all kinds of music now. I mean,
Absolutely,
it's infinite ways to get whatever music you want, and it's not just the radio anymore. It's not just what's on your television. With the internet, the choices are infinite now, and there's a way to find the music you want to hear.
Right. Now, speaking of old country, this next song we're going to play, "Out of Luck,"
Yes,
is definitely a take on old country.
Oh, for sure. It's a country shuffle. When I wrote the song, that's what I had in mind. I love the twin fiddles and that steel guitar sound. I mean, that's what we love, and that's how this song came around.
Good. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Time out of my mind. No one wants to be the one left behind. I guess she's gone, who knows where, who knows why. Out of luck, out of time, out of my mind. Was it something I said? Or something I didn't say? I sure would like to know why you seem to feel this way. Out of luck, out of time, out of my mind. No one wants to be the one left behind. I guess she's gone, who knows where, who knows why. Out of luck, out of time, out of my mind. sure would like to know, so I can make it up to you. Out of luck, out of time, out of my mind. No one wants to be the one left behind. I guess she's gone, who knows where, who knows why. Out of luck, out of time, out of my mind.
I love the suits you guys wear.
Well, you know, look at that. Eh? Look at you're wearing my jacket, by the way. I brought that in
Yeah,
for you.
I borrowed it. I came prepared with a just one of my old cowboy shirts, but this really tops it off.
Kind of, puts the sparkle on you there. You know?
Now this kind of apparel used to be worn by country bands like Hank Williams, Hank Snow, Buck Owens.
Yeah.
They all had you really knew who the band was when they came out. It's like, wow, look at these suits.
Yeah, Nudie suits, right? Nudie, that was the designer of many of those suits.
Is that right? Oh,
yeah,
geez.
and he had that style, that flamboyant, rhinestone, crazy illustrations and embroidery style back. And yeah, like from Hank Williams through to the kind of the end of the 60s, that was the country uniform. Now it's cowboy hats or a ball cap or whatever. You know, like I say, things change. But
Yeah,
back then, that era, and I love it. I love the looks. They're
Absolutely,
all
yeah.
like one of a kind. There was no two alike.
Yep.
And so when we decided to put the band together, we knew we had to. I wanted this look for the band, and so we found a guy who in California, Custom 8 Apparel is. I'll put a plug in for him. He designs these custom made. We sent our measurements to California. Never laid eyes on the guy, but we collaborated with the look on the suits. I gave my ideas what I wanted, and he does them all by hand. This is all hand stitched,
Wow.
hand embroidered, custom made from head to toe. So it's a great look. And when you come on stage, people go, "Wow!" Because
Exactly, yeah.
nobody really does this anymore. This kind of look.
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's a pretty unique
Yeah,
look.
it's fun.
And I love it too. It's just like it really shows that you're doing an act. You're not just playing music kind of thing. You're doing
I
the
think
whole thing.
I'm a strong believer that the artist, no matter what form of music you're doing, I think the people on stage should look different from the audience.
Absolutely.
It's
yeah.
show business.
Make an effort.
It's
Come
show
on now.
business,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And not that everybody has to wear this, but you should try to find your own way of setting yourself apart, and that's what we've done with these.
Yeah, right on. And another thing traditional in your band is that steel guitar.
Yeah.
Now that's a sound. I mean, right away you know what kind of song it's going to be pretty well.
Yeah, it's so synonymous with country music, obviously, through the years. And steel has kind of come in and out of fashion over the years. Sometimes everybody has a steel. Then there's times, like I said, in my mom and dad's era in the 80s, steel kind of faded away for a time. But you can't beat it. The steel guitar, like you say, as soon as you hear it, you know what you're gonna hear.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
we have a great player, Andy Schick.
Andy
is
Schick,
one of the
okay.
best.
Yep.
He's played with all sorts of people still, and he's such a busy guy. But he is a student of the game. He loves that era of steel guitar from the early 50s and 40s and that kind of stuff, 60s, and he's one of the best.
Really? And just name the other guys in that band.
Yeah,
if you don't mind.
Al Torrance, he's our guitar player. He's been all over Eastern Ontario. He's also a sound tech for many different groups that come through the area. My father plays bass in the band. He's our bass player. You saw him
Father
in the
played bass.
Father, Daddy played bass. Yeah, he's. I'm so lucky to have him back. Like I say, they were active in the '80s. They kind of got out of music by the mid '90s, and then I talked him back into playing again for this band, and that's the biggest kick for me, is to be able to be together with him again, him playing bass in the group. Drummer Brad Baldwin from Napanee, another busy guy that's been around for a long time, playing all sorts of different kind of music, and we love him. And that's our guys, Andy Schick and myself, and we have a great time together. Good bunch.
So the suits are polished. The steel guitar sound is great. The videos look good.
Thank you.
You've really put some time and effort in there.
They are low to no budget videos, I will
Yep.
be honest.
They work.
But this is the era we live in now, where it's not just putting out a song and you hope for the best. It's such a visual thing now with social media, you have to have a look. You have to not just have the sound, but you have to be out there with videos and stuff. That's the way of the world with the reels and the keeping up with social media. So this is part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you say, well, geez, I'd really like you to hear this latest song I did, it's like, I would really like to see some video with that just to keep my attention. Yeah. And so it's a really good partnership, the video and the music.
It's been a learning curve, but it's also a great creative outlet. It's been something we've enjoyed doing for sure.
And speaking of that, this next video has animation in it, which is another dimension of it.
Well, I'm not going to take any credit for the animation. That we had a friend of ours, Mr. Rees, did that for us, and he's a creative guy. But I said, hey, I'd like to do something with animation. So yeah, we kind of incorporated that into this next video.
Let's have a look. This one's called The Hideaway.
And drink a homemade wine. It's a dark little club just around the block. They got the country music records on an old jukebox. So bring all your quarters for leaving today. Oh, baby, let me take you to the Hideaway. There's long-necked Jimmy behind the bar. The band's in the corner and they're looking like stars. No, it don't matter how you look or what you wear. As long as you're drinking, don't nobody care. Well, if you like girls tough, they'll let you stay. Oh, baby, let me take you to the Hideaway. Hideaway, I can't wait any longer. Hideaway, that's where I belong, girl. Hideaway, you can meet me at the Hideaway. Meet me at the Hideaway. Oh, let's go. Well, the band gets up about 10 o'clock. They ain't too pretty, but they know how to rock. The dance floor is full with a happening crew, and they won't slow down until 2:30. There's no hesitating when you hear me say, baby, let me take you to the Hideaway. Hideaway, I can't wait any longer. Hideaway, that's where I belong, girl. Hideaway, you can meet me at the Hideaway. Meet me at the Hideaway. At the Hideaway. Meet me at the Hideaway. Ooh, at the Hideaway. Meet me at the Hideaway. Come on, the Hideaway. Meet me at the Hideaway. At the Hideaway. At the Hideaway.
Scott, tell us a little bit about the songwriting process that you use.
Well, pandemic came. I don't know if you heard about that, but there was a pandemic. When that came along, the band had been going for about 3 years, and with this break that we all had to endure, and we all had the break, we didn't play for almost 2 years, really. I thought, well, what am I going to do? I have to do something. And like a lot of folks use that pandemic as a time to create. And when it comes to songwriting, that was a good thing to do when you're sitting all alone and not able to do too much else. I just set the goal for myself to write an album of original material in the vein of what we've been doing live, which to that point had been cover music of country music from the 50s and 60s. So it was my goal to try to complete that over, by the time we got back going again, we could have an album. So I'd written songs many, many years ago, tried my hand at it, and kind of left it behind, and then just sort of tried to flex that muscle and get it going again with this music, and that's how it started. So I just set about to do it, and came out. We had an album July 1st, 2024.
That's great.
A new album.
And the process?
Process for me, it's very individual. I'm a terrible collaborator. I'm one of those guys that, no, I know how it wants to go. But for me, country music has to be about truth, I think. There is that old saying, 3 chords and the truth. And I'm a firm believer in that part of it. You have to have that kernel of truth and to embellish it. And once you find that bit of truth, I think, and then there's a lot of mechanics in country music, or any kind of songwriting, really. There's a lot of mechanics you have to learn about how a song's put together, intros, choruses, how melodies go. I mean, some of it is very mechanical songwriting, and then a lot of it's inspiration too. So all of that put together, it's some songs get written in half an hour, some get written in 2 months, and both have been true for me. Nothing. Some have come fast, some don't, and it's been a learning process for me, but I've enjoyed it.
Good. Yeah. What's next for the Plowboys?
I think another album. We've got another one written. I think we're going to get into the studio very shortly to do some more stuff. We're not making we're not, I'm 53, I don't know if you noticed, but we're not chasing hit records. That's not our game. I'm not 22 years old. So we're making music we love. That's the name of the game, and trying to take it to people live. And so we're going to continue to do that, yeah.
Yeah, that it looks, and your play-out dates, you don't necessarily do bars, you do more community centers, that sort of thing?
I mean, that's the kind of crowd, that's where our crowd is, really.
That's right,
Festival crowd, theater crowd,
and it's more of a theme night, kind of rather
like
than just playing.
When they have the classic country night, we're the guys that they tend to call, which is great, It's good to keep pushing that music forward, that's what we want to do.
And I find your videos pretty tongue-in-cheek, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah,
hopefully that's the intention.
Yes, well, that's the way our songwriting is too. We've really tried to put humor back into country music.
Yeah.
Humor's always been a thread in country music from from the way back times, and so we've tried to keep that lightheartedness in our music a little bit, and our videos reflect that for sure.
And with that being said, let's watch Dollarama Daddy.
All right.
You know who loves meteor bars? My dentist. He said they're so good for me I don't even have to brush when I'm done eating them.
Well, I love my baby and I'm always gonna treat her right. I'm gonna buy a little something on my way home for her tonight. I'm only gonna spend just $1 or $2, but you'll think I'm a mighty big man. I'm her Dollarama daddy and I'm doing the best I can. I'm gonna buy some candy and a fake flower for her hair, a shower curtain liner and something nice for her to wear. Get the dog a bone and the cat a treat and a tin for a roasted pan. I'm her Dollarama daddy and I'm doing the best I can. I'm her Dollarama daddy, she's my bargain hunting honey. Together we're saving a whole lot of money. There ain't much we ain't got. There ain't a bargain that we ain't bought. Well, some of the guys will buy you diamond rings and pearls, spending money that they don't have just to get a girl. They may laugh and call me cheap, but they'll never understand. I'm a Dollarama daddy and I'm doing the best I can. Yes, I am. Well, I'm a Dollarama daddy, she's my bargain hunting honey. Together we're saving When everything we buy only costs a buck, well, some other guys will buy you diamond rings and pearls. Spending money that they don't have just to get a girl. Well, they may laugh and call me cheap, but they're never gonna understand. I'm her dollar and my daddy, and I'm doing the best I can. Tonight, I'm gonna buy her a meteor bar and some kitchen sponges. And is that a bird feeder over there? Right next to the party fairs. I'm gonna grab me one of those undersized shopping carts. Fill it right up. Oh, look at that over there. What is that? Is that a pregnancy test? My goodness.
Scott, so great to have you on the show.
My pleasure.
Good luck with the Plowboys and,
Thank you.
And the next album.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me. It's been fun.